Here's a recap of Squid Game Season 2 before you watch Season 3. The season picks up immediately where Season 1 left off with Gi-hun wanting to stop the games. He hires a team of people that's led by the loan shark that Gi-hun actually owed money to back in Season 1, and the team's goal is to find the recruiter who would recruit people to the games. They do eventually find him and they watch him crash out on a bunch of homeless people.
Psycho.
Oh, and remember Jun-ho from Season 1? Yeah, he's basically a traffic cop now. But he's also made it his mission to stop the games by hiring a fisherman named Captain Park to drive him around and try to find the island. Back to our hunters, the recruiter ends up taking them down and capturing both of them, and he makes them play a diabolical game of rock, paper, scissors -1 with each other, and the winner gets to keep his life. Then Gi-hun finds the recruiter and they play Russian roulette together, and the recruiter loses and now he's gone too. Jun-ho finds Gi-hun and they decide to work together, and they come up with a pretty impressive plan to meet with the frontman and take him down. But the frontman's always one step ahead and he messes up their plan, so Gi-hun's plan B is to go back into the games because he knows Jun-ho and Captain Park can track him on the island and help him take down the games from within. We also get introduced to one of the guards in the games who wants to find her long-lost daughter, but it turns out she's kind of psycho and ruthless. So Gi-hun's back in the games rocking the 4-5-6 again, and game number 1 once again is red light, green light. Before the game starts, Gi-hun finds out that his best friend from Season 1, Jung-bae, is in the games, and Gi-hun's all ready for Jung-ho and Cap to come save him, but plot twist, his tracker's been removed. More on how that happened in a bit. So Gi-hun tries to tell everyone what's going to happen in the game, and it works for a minute, but then everyone panics and a lot of people bite the dust. After the game, we learn that in these games, players get to vote on whether or not to continue after each game, and if the majority votes to stop, then the remaining players split the prize. But no surprise to anyone, these greedy mother effers vote to keep going, and plot twist again, it's revealed that player number 1 in these games is actually the front man, In-ho. He's undercover and he's going by the name Oh Young-il, and his ultimate goal seems to be to eventually make Gi-hun see his way of thinking about the games. So he forms an alliance with Gi-hun, and we also get introduced to a bunch of new characters, including this dude and his mother, this pregnant girl and her baby daddy, and Thanos, who's a rapper, and he's kind of annoying but also hilarious, and he's just here for the vibes. Game number 2 ends up being a 5-person relay race with 5 different games, including Gongi, which looks stupid hard. But Gi-hun and his dream team survive and advance, and once again, majority votes to keep the games going. Back to the sailing crew, things aren't going so hot because they realize they keep being thrown off the scent by someone, and plot twist, it turns out that Captain Park was a bad guy the whole time, and he's likely the one that was able to get Gi-hun's tracker removed from his tooth. But Jun-ho doesn't realize that Cap is bad yet. Game number 3 is Mingle, which introduces us to this banger of a song. And in this game, players have to form groups based on the number that's called out, and anyone left without a group is taken out. But all the main characters make it through because, you know, plot armor. And this time, the vote ends up being tied, so there's going to be a revote the next day. But during the night, there's a special unofficial game where players attack each other with forks and try to dwindle down the other side, and our boy Thanos, he bites the dust. But knowing what's going to happen based on his past experience, Gi-hun makes a plan with his crew to hide out during the fighting, and then play dead when the guards come in so that they can ambush the guards and stop the games for good. And this plan actually works really well for a while until plot twist, In-ho finally betrays the team, fakes his own death, and then shows back up as the front man to recapture Gi-hun and shoot Jung-bae, and that's where the season ends.